Hi, welcome to class. This is POLS 2123, Introduction to Political Ideas, which is, in my opinion, one of the more important classes we teach for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science. This course provides tremendous insight into the power of ideology to shape and influence politics. When you're done with this course, students should have no difficulty explaining the difference between a liberal and a socialist, or a conservative and a fascist, what assumptions guide different ideologies, and the strengths and weaknesses of each of the ideologies we will address in the course. Um, this is an online course, which means we won't find ourselves in the same place at the same time. But hopefully over the course of each week, we'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with one another. There are 4 sets of assignments students need to complete to excel in this course. First and foremost, all assignments are organized around assigned reading, and there is a lot of reading to do in this class, although much of it falls into what I would categorize as quick reads. Nevertheless, this is not a skimming class. You need to dig down into the material to do really well. The first set of assignments are weekly discussion boards, which substitute as kind of a, it acts as kind of a week-long virtual classroom. Students get out of the discussion boards what they put into them. So if you care about the class and want to do well, start by ensuring that you commit the proper amount of time and effort to these weekly discussions. From my perspective, I start every morning. I scan the discussion boards for my 2 online classes. If I see a comment that I think either needs to be sort of corrected or which I can build on to add greater depth to a discussion, then I'll do that. Usually it doesn't take me more than about 15 minutes. Second, students need to complete weekly quizzes, which are based on the weekly reading assignments. Study guides and narrated PowerPoint presentations can be found on the presentations link in each folder to help students prepare. Each quiz is comprised of 5 multiple choice questions worth 1 point each, 1 concept identification question worth 5 points, and 1 short answer question also worth 5 points. And again, the quizzes, the multiple choice questions are drawn from a larger universe, as are the concept ID and short answer questions. So you're not going to get the same questions in the same mix. And you have to do, some writing on the written, things. The concept IDs are at least 2 sentences, and the short answers are usually a paragraph. So together, the weekly discussion boards and quizzes make up 480 points out of 1,000 points from the quiz or from the course, which means that those 2 assignments comprise almost half of students' overall grades. Third, students are responsible for completing 3 examinations, each of which are worth 100 points and cover several chapters of the course material. Unit 1 is comprised of the material from chapters 1 through 3. Unit 2 covers the materials from chapters 4 through 6, and Unit 3 covers the material from chapters 7 through 11. The unit examinations are basically expanded versions of the weekly quizzes, with around 1/3 of students' grades coming from multiple choice questions. So you get about 30 multiple choice questions drawn from a universe of probably over 100 questions. And then 35 points for concept ID and 35 points for short answer questions. And fourth, students have 6 critical analysis assignments. You'll read a short article or an excerpt from a primary source reading from the course reader. And then you'll respond to a series of questions that require students, again, to demonstrate factual and critical thinking skills. The first 4 of these assignments are worth 35 points. The last 2 are worth 40 points. So this course is organized by the week. Students are welcome to read ahead, and I will make the critical analysis assignments visible, usually a couple of weeks in advance so that they can work on them if they choose, so students can work on them if they choose. A word about myself. My name is Ken Hicks. I've been at Rogers State University since 1999. I came here shortly after earning my PhD from the University of South Carolina. I'm an Army brat. Both of my parents were U.S. Army officers. My dad was a Vietnam veteran. My wife would tell you that I'm a political junkie. I also have other interests. I enjoy sports quite a bit. I love football. Been a University of Georgia football fan for the past 50 or so years. I enjoy lifting weights, and I love to read science fiction for fun to just kind of decompress. Looking at the course roster, I see a lot of familiar names, but I also see a lot of names who haven't had me for a course yet. For those of you who don't know me, I care about all my students. I want to see them all do well, and I'll work with you to see that you get the best grade that you're capable of earning at this particular point. If I get a sense that you're serious about doing well in the class, I'll certainly work with you. And if you're, failing or doing poorly, I will also get in contact with you and try to help you figure out what you need to do in order to do better in the course. So I look forward to working with you all over the course of the semester. Again, welcome.